This is Emery Stagmer. Do a quick shout out to the citizens of tomorrow. I'm down at the National Air and Space Museum. You can see some of the gallery behind me. But I came down here, actually drove down an hour to get a couple of books signed by Astronaut Chris Hadfield. So I just thought I'd say hi while I was down here. Here, I turn the camera around real quick and we'll show you the commander. He, of course, was very famous for all of his work while he was on the International Space Station, and just a real thrill to have him sign the books of his that I already owned. I bought one for a friend, and be able to shake his hand. So anyhow, I'll give you a little more tour here around the National Air and Space Museum. So they currently have the Spirit of St. Louis sitting down here on the floor. Usually it's hanging up here with the Bell X-1 and some other stuff, including Spaceship Two, which you can see kind of through the wings over there, also sitting down on the floor. They're down here for kind of photography, a little bit of restoration. They're doing some cleaning on the Spirit of St. Louis. Just an amazing bird to be able to actually see. I had always seen it with its name painted on the side, but evidently that's not actually the case. This, of course, beautiful radial engine design. So this is kind of instructive. They have a Mercury capsule sitting down here on the floor right next to a Gemini capsule. So if we walk around a little bit, we can actually see the size difference between Mercury and then Gemini.
These are how they go up into the air,
right? And then over here, back over that way, here you can see the Apollo capsule, and it's just way bigger than either of those two. It's just interesting to be able to see kind of all three of them almost side by side. This is one of the extant V2 rockets, and one of the interesting things here about the rocket technology that is really a nice, very simple design here is that for steering, they don't actually gimbal the engines. They actually had these vanes that actually sat in the rocket exhaust and pushed the exhaust around. So nice, interesting, simple design. I don't know what they're made of. They got to survive for a while. I can never go to the Air and Space Museum and not at least get a picture of the a lunar lander. So here we are in the Apollo gallery. These are the F1 engines that powered the Saturn V. And they have one full engine, and then they have another quarter of an engine. And with the quarter engine, they've actually got mirrors so you can kind of see what it would look like and what the spacing of the engines was. Sorry, that's zoomed all the way out. It's as big as it gets.
That line that you don't pull on the glass.
I always thought it'd be really cool to build a replica lunar rover and be able to take it around to educational organizations. All right, this is in a new gallery I've not actually been here to see before. This is a space suit gallery in the extravehicular history of extravehicular activity, and this is a glove display that's slowly revolving and has a whole stack of gloves on it. These are so cool. Adam Savage needs to come see this. I know he's not watching this video, but hey, one can hope. The glove display is so amazing. I know he's seen, he's talked about seeing gloves that were being preserved at places like Space Camp and NASA in Huntsville. This is a beautiful display. I could spend about an hour sitting here looking at these gloves. All kinds of stuff. Okay, this is cool. This is a shuttle era foot restraint. Here you can see a picture of an astronaut in a restraint, and here you have the actual foot restraint. So this is a really cool piece of somewhat more modern hardware. Alright, this is an actual flown payload bay camera from Discovery. It came to the Smithsonian along with Discovery in 2012, but wasn't reinstalled in the shuttle. All the mylar covered structure and everything, full gimbal assembly. This is really cool. Hopefully we can catch what this is. The ring around the lens are LEDs. I can't imagine how expensive these LEDs were when this camera was made, because these are white LEDs. That would have been just crazy rare at the time. Some other hardware here that was used on Hubble work. And a checklist. This one looks like, from the description, it wasn't flown. This was a test only article. However, the metal band and the way that that's secured together, if I can get the camera to focus on it, it's really cool. There we go. These are Gene Cernan's boots and gloves from the last Apollo mission.
So 17.
And this is Gene Cernan's EVA helmet and pressure bubble.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, I've been through this gallery a couple of times and I'd never noticed before this capsule actually hanging. This is at the end of the Apollo gallery. And I've just never noticed it before because it's so high up. This is a Skylab 4 flown Apollo era capsule, and you can walk right under this thing. That's as close as I've been to, especially to an enclosed Apollo command module. It is just totally cool to see the background of this thing, the heat shield side. I'm going to zoom in and give you kind of a video survey here. Really amazing to see a honeycomb pattern. Here we are on the top of the Milestones of Flight Hall. It's really unusual to actually be able to see the top of the Spirit of St. Louis. You could see the top of the Spaceship One as well if they didn't have it covered over. All right, that's going to do it for my little tour here of the National Air and Space Museum. Of course, you could spend about, you know, a week in here and not see everything. So anyhow, thanks.